Because she's fucking terrifying, that's why. Do I have your attention? Excellent. Let us talk about Cirno. Not Cirno, not Cirno, Cirno. Yes, I get it confused too, but names are confusing. Now, let us talk about why Cirno is going to become a yokai. First of all, it has to do with her ability. And you may be confused. You might be going, Remy, why is this adorable little fairy going to become a terrifying yokai? Well, the answer is simple. Her power. Now, her ability, officially, is the manipulation of cold. Thank you, Zune, for your ever so specific ability descriptions. Very helpful. But this is where people often make a mistake. Her ability is not the ability to create icicles or snow. That is Letty's ability. Her ability, as far as everyone has devised from Zune's limited hints, is the ability to create cold where there is none. In short, in a furnace fighting a bird. Essentially, she can create cold from heat and then freeze everything. Now here's why that ability is absolutely terrifying. Think for a moment, there are no spell card rules. Think for a moment, she's fighting Oku, and she grabs Oku, and she sucks the heat from her, all the heat, and turns her into a burbsicle. And reminder, this is all the heat. So essentially, Cirno has activated Absolute Zero. What this means is, Oku is frozen. Not surface level frozen, entirely frozen. There is nothing left of her. So, unfortunately, what this means is, well, all she has to do is push Oku over, and, well, that's the end of her. Shattered into a million pieces. So, that is why her ability is terrifying, especially for a fairy. If that's what she is, has she evolved already? We don't know. Eki and Yuka have both hinted at the fact that she is unusually powerful for a fairy. But you would think that unusually powerful would be a great fairy like Daiose and her big badonkers. But Daiose is already weaker than Cirno. So you have to ask yourself, what exactly is Cirno? She's pretty smart. Yes, she may seem stupid, but when you compare her to an average fairy, she's basically a genius. While they were still learning to spell their names, she was learning math. Quite impressive, no? So, it's entirely possible that soon, if Zune deems it necessary, maybe in a manga, Cirno might evolve into a yokai with the manipulation of the cold as her main power. But here's a hint, she would not be stronger than Letty during the winter. Rejoice, Letty fans, because her ability is to create cold where there is none. Where there is cold, it's not like she's going to create cold from cold. It doesn't work that way. Essentially, she would be trying to make cold, and then Letty would be like, bitch, get that out of here, and she'd slap her. But during the summer, I wager that Cirno, as a yokai at least, could defeat even Yuka. She would grab her, not even grab her, she could just walk in, everything would be frozen. A wasteland. Think Aokiji from One Piece, or Silver Fullbuster from, Fairy Tail. That kind of flash, frozen, absolute zero nonsense. That is what Cirno is capable of. And she's might be even capable of a lot of it now if she wasn't limited by the spell card rules, and if she wasn't limited by the fact that people like bullying her. They never give her a chance to show her stuff. When she has had the chance in Fairy Wars and in Hidden Star in 4 seasons, it's been shown that Cirno is actually quite terrifying. So, and I guess Hisu Tenko also allowed Cirno to shine. In short, what I'm saying is, Cirno is powerful, she's stronger than your average fairy, and she may well be close to evolving into a yokai. In which case, she might get older, become more beautiful. If you've seen the tag Cirno-ne, you know what I'm talking about. And if you do know what that is, you are cultured, and I love you. Now, you may be thinking, how does this prove that Cirno is powerful, though? Like, yes, she can suck heat from stuff and break them, but how does that make her a yokai, because there are yokai with far more frightening abilities? I'd wager vague abilities, because half of them don't even make sense, but, here's what I'm going to give you. Imagine this. We have Cirno in one corner. And then in the other corner, we have, let's say, Moko. Moko is immortal, so is Cirno. I think Cirno's immortality as a fairy would carry over into her yokai form. Wouldn't that be unique? Because she would be tied to cold, to nature. She'd be a nature yokai. Which is why I wager Yuka might be immortal too, because there's a theory that she's a former fairy, but that's a topic for another video. Anyways, what I'm saying is, Moko could throw fire at her, and then it would just cease to exist. Because the heat would be evaporated, drawn into Cirno, and everything would be frozen. Even the flames, even the heat. Do you not know how terrifying that is? Knowing that someone could just take the heat in an instant and make it all ice a winter wonderland? If you thought friggin' perfect cherry blossom was terrifying, imagine Cirno just seeing, everything's frozen. So yes, Cirno is very, very close to becoming a yokai. And if I may leave you with anything from this video, it's that she's absolutely scary and that you do not want to mess with her unless you want to become a popsicle.